Hey everyone, Stranger3 here, today with another replay cast. We're looking at a game I had with US's Clickterprise, and it's a tier 10 game. I am playing this with WizdyCast and Elegant1337, both from Omni Community, well, OM Community, the international version. And anyways, we're playing tier 8 ships, Bismarck Mugamin, against an enemy Lexington Yamato, Turpus, Bismarck, so we definitely have some targets to click there. Turpus, Bismarck, nice targets to go for. They also have a Moskva because, hey, comrade. On our team we have a Des Moines Minotaur. Well, Des Moines is something that's definitely clickable with this thing. Mind you, I am using armor-piercing bombs because reasons. Now, how can I put it? Sometimes it's better to have HE bombs, sometimes it's better to have AP bombs. Now, the game I played literally right after this one, this was, by the way, on WizdyCast's livestream, twitch.tv/WizdyCast. I think it's just, put his name in as you see it right there, and you'll find his channel. Anyways, I'm flying towards B right now, just to see what I can into finding. Obviously, they only have one Kagero, so it's basically 1/3 chance that I'm going to meet him in B. Hit and miss, of course, as a Kagero, I probably wouldn't be heading towards B at all, especially knowing that, Fletcher Z23 can easily get you stuff along with Des Moines Radar. Anyways, pretty much confirmed the information that this enemy, Lexington, is in fact a fighter setup, so I'm probably going to have a field day going ham on this guy. But, yeah. Anyways, going to put up a bit of a hit, dodgy strafe. I actually do get tagged, so I'm going to immediately strafe disengage. He's just trying to click on me, so I basically lose one plane and wipe out 8. And I think the meme is actually in anti-aircraft range, so I only managed to pick up one more plane. So 2 plane lost for 14 shot down, basically. The Moine doesn't manage to pick up some, so Lexington, World of Tank player, do you feel carrier balance, sir? Anyways, I'm sure you can figure out what the theme of this video is going to be, so, well, yeah. Anyways, the Lexington is spotted, so we are going to keep it spotted so our team can get chosen, yeah? I mean, killing him is nice and all, and I did see his dive bombers on the western side, so I'm going to go and chase. Just going to keep my torpedo bombers somewhere nearby just to keep this Lexington spotted. There's nothing really to shoot at right now, and I don't really want to fly my planes into the anti-aircraft there just to finish off the Lexington. I do see the Centro Moskva kind of away from the battleship, so I'm going to pull my dive bombers down there as well. Potentially I can actually get a click in there. Going to just commit the strafe and not look at what's going on. Pretty much wiped the entire wing already, so that's nice for me. Spotted by the other dive bomber squadron that has already snuck past, so meh, if this guy wants to come along, let him come. And there we go, we see your stuff. Now that I spot the Hitler down with the German battleships, I'm also just going to be like, well, screw this. Order both my fighters just to tag this dive bomber. I can't be asked to deal with it. I've ordered my anti-aircraft to focus it as well. Seeing as there's a bit of anti-air, and someone actually wants to shoot at me right now, so solid. I don't need to trigger my defensive anti-aircraft for this. I mean, Enterprise AA is not that good, and the defensive doesn't really boost much. I might as well just take my planes on it and keep the auto-tag, turning my ship the other way to see if I can't evade the shells. One of them hits, but it's actually the Yamato that gets 1 pen on me. So, interesting choice of targets there, mate. You're on the one line doing absolutely jack shit. Anyways, I still haven't found anything really to attack. I could go for the Almagi, but look at the amount of firepower we have there. It's going to be dead long before I get there. And that's what this Bismarck down here, who seems to be a little bit AFK. He do not seem to be doing anything. Battleship player do not seem to have an engine. Sir, do you have a problem moving your ship, sir? Sir? If you do have a problem moving your ship, maybe I can give you an incentive to move your ship. Balance is here. Sir, balance is here. Sir, do you feel balance? Yeah, after having rebalanced away 50k of this guy's health, almost, gonna pull my bombers away from the anti-aircraft just to pull them back. I don't want to bleed too many of them. I do have the speed upgrade, not the health upgrade for my strike planes. Right now I'm thinking this Amagi is just bleeding health. I never really originally had an intention to attack him. Instead, rather want to go give some, well, revenge on this Yamato who decided to shoot 4,884 of my health off. Now that the aircraft threat has been dealt with, I'm gonna move my ship further close, a bit closer, knowing that the entire enemy team there, I didn't want to just risk, sailing away from this when I was spotted by the Lexington, because, there's a lot of people down there, and even if just one or two of them get a lucky salvo off on me, I'm gonna have a really, really bad day. Thinking of going for the Yamato, but then I spot this cargo, so I'm going to go and give this guy a good day. A lot of people say that the cargo Enterprise has really, really bad torpedo bomber drop pattern. Now the first one is in case he decides to turn into it, but he didn't, and I see the fighters, so I'm just gonna extradite my aircraft right now and pull away. 1 hit, 2 hits, boom, he's dead. It's a cargo, it doesn't have the world's best maneuverability, so what's he gonna do about me wanting to kill him? Anyways, Lexington, again, way too late to do anything. He's already on, he was playing deficit to begin with, because Enterprise 40 total fighter is a balance, Just gonna keep my planes near this Fletcher to... I can't prevent the torpedoes from being spotted by the carrier. I don't want to fly into the base market and just bleed my planes unnecessarily. I mean, I have no reason to. The cargo already went down. So with the Fletcher torps probably aren't going to do anything. I just need to make sure that the Fletcher doesn't actually get spotted by the Bismarck or these planes. We see the dive bombers coming in right now, so I'm just going to keep my fighters nearby here just to see if I can't suppress this guy. Even if I lose both my fighter squadrons, if I take down both of this Lexington's strike planes before they get to do anything, that's a 100% win-win situation for me already. I strafe into it and do some good damage against the fighter squadrons, just immediately going to disengage. Seeing that the enemy carrier has decided just to fly his dive bombers straight into my strafing, so well, he basically feeds me a little bit more. Gonna put up a side strafing against that and then pull my fighter away just to bait the fighters to stay inside the strafing for a little bit longer. He decides he's just gonna run away. Smart move there. At least I think he is. Gonna order my fighters individually to tag each one of them if he does decide to turn back, but he's just gonna keep this nice stack going and do absolutely nothing with it. So that's another win for me. I spot a second dive bomber squadron coming in, and his fighters are completely incapable of doing anything against me whatsoever. Going to commit the full HP strafe in against him first while I launch the rest of my strike plane, and then just auto tag his dive bomber. Seeing as he just wants to run away, I'm going to put a second strafing on top of him as he runs away, and then his fighter is coming back into this as well, so I'm going to strafe that away as well, comblin. 48 planes and, well, almost a clear sky. Don't want to loiter to any of this Minotaur. To be honest, by this point, I could just send my number 2 fighter squadron to go and die to this Minotaur before he dies to our team, so that hopefully I can actually, suicide my planes and get them into the air faster. I see the Yamato Moskva on the western side of the map, and I definitely want to go and say hi. Now, torpedo bombers are going to go for the Yamato, the dive bombers are going to go for the Moskva, because it's just more efficient use of my resources. My AP bombers can't do anything to the Yamato, well, anything realistically useful against the Yamato. However, my AP bombers can do a lot of damage to this Moskva. So I'm just thinking, if I flood this Moskva, I can get a Damocon trip, so that our Mugamin, who is about to have a really, really bad day, could actually potentially have done something about that. I pretty distinctly remember on stream, like, where's the cast, like, I'm a blood-side to the Moskva, and I'm like, no problem, he's just going to overpen you, and boop, he dies, so he have a very nice day. Anyways, flying into this anti-aircraft soup. Not really, again, the best use of my resources, but this Yamato's been on the border, so he's bled all his speed, and these guys are not triggering the defense, and they're not focusing the planes properly either. The Yamato has actually recognized what's up, so he's trying to evade. I'm just going to do a little bit of a long drop into this. But by this point, I've basically confirmed this Moskva does not have defensive anti-aircraft, so otherwise he would have triggered it already. So going for this Yamato, not the world's best drop angle, and dropping stationary targets with the Enterprise is generally a waste of your resources, but hey, I figured I might as well go ham, because the team's winning heavily already, their destroyers are dead, we've got 2 left, we'll box them in, so hey, I might as well go ham. Do manage to get some of my planes out of this alive, and now I'm just thinking, you know what, screw it, I want to go and delete the Moskva, I want the mod damage. Now, if I had HE bombers, I would have gone HE bombers, the Yamato dive bomb flooding for the kill, but unfortunately I've got AP bombers, so I know I can't drop them on the Yamato at all. And obviously, since these guys have little things to shoot at, they know the planes are coming. But there's also, look, no defensive anti-aircraft, so, balance is here. I underlead a little bit, but he gets rebalanced pretty hard, so, you have a good day, sir. More torpedoes from the Fletcher coming in as well. Unfortunately, this Moskva is not going to turn into one and die, but hopefully this Yamato takes one and floods. What do you say? He did flood, I think, so That is quite nice. Now, unfortunately, I screw up really, really heavily here. I failed to recognize that Elegant had actually pushed up that hard, so I was just enjoying my own life trying to delete stuff. So unfortunately, I don't actually get here to stop this on time. Actually gets 2 lucky hits off that, so that was really, really terrible play off my end. So yeah, that really, really sucks, especially considering he's on fire now, and I think he was forced to damage on something earlier. But hopefully I can come along and just put up the last stray for the game and finish some of these planes off. Get most of the dive bombers on the return hope. Just gonna auto-click this one stupid little bomber while leaving the other one just to take a quick fight against the fighters. While I move my ship towards the middle of the map myself, just to see if I can't get a little bit faster cycling times. Basically done, well, for all intents and purposes, 2 attacks, so, you know, meh. I'm on 105k damage over 2 attacks, definitely not too bad. Although if I had HE bombers, that Yamato would be dead, and I would probably be on 130k-ish, maybe, I think. Anyways, just gonna send my fighters back here to do the good old strafe disengage on planes. I'm not that far away from my own ship, so I'm just gonna order my number 2 squadron to fly back home. And, well, actually both of them, because one of them's out of ammo. Could have killed my own squad and just ignored this and, you know, actually gone off and, you know, had some fun. You know, I got more than enough replacements, it doesn't really matter. Flying my torpedo bombers near this Bismarck, I'm not really that interested in dropping this guy, he's way too low HP. I'm more interested in trying to finish off this Yamato down on the side. And there he is. He didn't take that much flooding damage because he had a damage on up. Well, actually did. He bled a lot of health. He was actually reasonably healthy before the torpedo hit him. So the Fletcher on the team probably got some nice stuff off that. So I'm gonna go and shit on the Yamato with the torpedo bombers and shit on the Tirpitz with my dive bombers because comrade, the balancing department did a good job of giving you a single click artillery from World of Tanks like dive bombers with full RNG. Although there is some skill to it, like skill. You need to know what you can drop, what you can't drop. Just gonna commit my torpedo bombers on the Yamato, and I'm right now just hoping for insane RNG against this Tirpitz, just to one-shot him up front. Should have re-angled a little bit. I see this Yamato's probably gonna die, and I underlead again the Tirpitz, but I do pick up 40k damage, so third attack I do a 700k damage, Tirpitz die, Yamato Tirpitz almost die, Yamato almost die as well, do lots of damage. So yeah, that's basically it for my game. Don't think I'm gonna get anything more. Their Lexington's running up the one line for what it's worth. Their team is pretty much in shambles already. Clicking the Moscow prevented him from doing anything for the game properly. He could potentially have pushed up the flank, maybe threatened our Fletcher a bit, but that was not to be. Our Fletcher's had a definitely quite good game. He just devastated the Edinburgh, and he's already, well, farmed I think like 30k flooding plus a torp off the Yamato. Unfortunately, the Bismarck did have some of the torpedoes spotted. It could have been some good stuff off him as well, but that's basically at the end of my game. I'm going to send my planes down to this Tirpitz group over there, another group somewhere mid. Maybe if we're lucky we can shoot the Lexington to death before the game ends, but I think the hit was on the western flank, he's just gonna end up dying, so that's basically it. But yeah, absolutely nothing too spectacular with this game. You basically want to get up tier in this thing so you can take dumps on German battleships, Moskvas. Heck, I've even clicked a Des Moines to shit with the AP bombers. And that's the end of the game. I don't think I have the post-battle results screens, but because, I mean, it's not really too special of a game overall. Why would I take post-battle results screens of something like this? It's really just me taking AP bomb dumps on people for the hell of it. Because reasons, comrade. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this somewhat statistical, not sadistic, satiristic. Is that even a word? I hope you know what I mean. If not, I'll just fuck it. Who cares? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed me taking AP bomb dumps on people's health bars for the hell of it. And potentially, maybe we get the more proper Graf Zeppelin gameplay coming along. But I don't honestly know about that. I do have some replays I kind of want to show off. Actually, both. Throughout my Graf Zeppelin testing, I did manage to meet two, actually, you know, competent carrier players, both from UFR. So one of them is actually a pretty interesting game from both of us. Hopefully I can actually get to showcase that one. Maybe I'll see if... I think it's Malamu even. Maybe if he's put some content up of that game, because it probably was an interesting one of his point of view as well. But anyways, we'll see what happens. Have a good day, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.